Hi, good evening. Welcome to Maura's Epic 15, where are we? Maura's Epic 10-minute variety show. That's right. I'm sort of in a fog today. It's Saturday, I was told. And I'm going to make this very quick because there is a YouTube show on live. Apparently, all these famous comedians are each doing 5-minute segments live on YouTube, and it's not like something that will be archived, so it's now or never. So I don't want to take any of your time. I want you to rush right to your television and turn this on. Um, but I did promise that in honor of National Poetry Month, I would read a poem every night in April, and I am going to do that tonight. And also a fashion show. So very quick, this morning, if you saw my toast episode, you saw me wearing these great polka dot pajamas. Well, this is also a form of a pajama. This is a nightgown. Can you see it? It is the most beautiful green. This is a vintage outfit. I thought ahead and wore a slip underneath because it is, I think it's a negligee actually. This is just one part of it. It's so beautiful. I know you can't really see this green. Maybe if I got really close and put this light up so you could see how pretty this, there. Can you see how pretty this green is? It's kind of moss, but even better than that. So, and it also has this jacket, or I guess it's a jacket. I have a little trouble getting into this stuff. There's so many layers, but wait, you really do have to see this. And it's way too beautiful for me. Somebody else really, a bride needs to have this. And then it snaps right here, kind of snaps. There, has this flower. Can you see it? Is this beautiful? And I've really never worn it. I mean, you wouldn't really sleep in it. You would just appear in it, and then I assume it comes off. But not tonight, fortunately. So this is my contribution to the fashion part of the show. One other small thing. Oh, I was going to do this whole thing with this equipment that I bought for my electronic piano so that we could have guests and music. And over here, the camera will follow. There's this, it's actually a massage table. I'll have to tell you about that another time. It has all this stuff on it that came. Missing a cable, so I couldn't do it, but tonight's not the night. Anyway, you need to be watching comedy on YouTube. Before I read the poem, okay. So, I guess you could say I'm a redhead, because I use henna on my hair. And when I got the henna, I wanted to have healthy shampoo. So I Googled, healthy homemade shampoo. Anyway, I ordered all these ingredients. I think I must have looked at more than one recipe because all this stuff came in the mail at different times. I'm like, what is it? Well, one of the things that came, can you read it, is AM Amla powder. Now, some of you may know what this is. I didn't, but I did buy it to make shampoo. But since I didn't know what it was when it came or what you do with it, I had to look it up. Well, it turns out that this is an Ayurvedic, ingredient from the amla fruit, and it's all ground up, so it's a fine powder, and you can use it for shampoo, but it also has medicinal properties, and apparently it's like the best thing that you can get from India for your health. So I have been putting like a spoonful, it has no flavor, it's kind of chalky, into tea with turmeric and pepper, you know that whole routine, and lemon juice and stevia maybe, or maybe not. Anyway, I drink it every day, and I can tell you my health has changed. And here's how I can tell you. And so I've had a chronic cough for a long, long time, years. And having had pneumonia last year, my cough really has not gone away. And with this whole corona virus pandemic, I've been especially self-conscious because, as far as I know, I don't have that virus, but I have this cough, and I've had to go with my husband to hospital visits, and so I'm cough drops and water, and the cough is gone, and I'm really not kidding. I'm not a doctor. I only play one on Facebook Live. I really recommend this. Look it up, AMLA. This is just one of, I'm not promoting this particular brand, although All right. But really the best part of this is to read you a poem. And I'm talking fast because I promised this would be short. I want you to go to YouTube and watch the comedy show because you're not going to be able to see it. Otherwise, it goes to 11. All right. So before I read the poem, I just want to tell you a little story. I've decided if I'm going to read a poem, I have to have a connection to it, besides it being just sort of a beautiful poem. And my daughter Amanda, when she was maybe 10th grade, had to memorize a poem for school. And I remembered this poem from an episode of The Love Boat. Any of you remember that show? I mean, if you're my age, of course you do. But if you're young, you don't. But it was a comedy and was on a cruise ship, for God's sake, and people were always falling in love, including this really woman, probably like me. I mean, you know, like, kind of like me. When I say that, I don't even know what I mean. Normal. She was normal. But she got off on an island because it's a cruise, and there was this guy, played by John Astin, who played Gomez in Addams Family. And he'd like dropped out 100 years ago, and he's living off the land. He's got twigs in his hair, and he's so romantic. And he recites this poem to her. And I was just a teenager. I don't know, maybe I was older, but it was so beautiful. I always remembered it. So I said to Amanda when she had memorized the poem, memorize this one. So after I read the poem to you, I'll tell you another really short story about the poem because it's going to come full circle. This is by Christopher Marlowe, very famous guy, back in Shakespeare's time. It's called The Passionate Shepherd to His Love. Come live with me and be my love, and we will all the pleasures prove that valleys, groves, hills, and fields, woods, or steepy mountain yields. And we will sit upon the rocks, seeing the shepherds feed their flocks by shallow rivers, to whose falls melodious birds sing madrigals. And I will make thee beds of roses and 1,000 fragrant posies, a cap of flowers and a kirtle embroidered all with leaves of myrtle. A gown made of the finest wool, which from our pretty lambs we pull, fair-lined slippers for the cold, with buckles of the purest gold. A belt of straw and ivy buds with coral clasps and amber studs. And if these pleasures may thee move, come live with me and be my love. The shepherd swains shall dance and sing for thy delight each May morning. If these delights thy mind may move, then live with me and be my love. That's the poem. And at the time, I was dating the man I'm now married to. And I think we had exchanged, oh, I loves you before, but no, you know, not much. So anyway, he knew about Amanda and this poem because he was probably there when she was practicing it. And I don't know how much longer it was after this when he said to me one day, come live with me and be my love. And so that is all I have for you tonight. Thanks for coming. And run right to YouTube. And thank you.